The following is a copy of a letter found in room number 364, located on the 4th floor, section 3. The 4th floor is reserved for major depressive patients, psychotic patients, patients diagnosed with severe personality disorders, high-risk patients, in danger of hurting themselves or others, as well as the possibly criminally insane awaiting trial. This may be used as evidence in the trial relating to the murder of Elizabeth Heather Watkins. This document is presented exactly as it was written by the accused, on the date of July 14th, 2017, while in our care. The letter reads as follows. It's strange to be as numb as this. Emotionally, I mean. I don't feel things like others do. A sociopath, a psychopath, antisocial personality disorder, avoidant personality disorder. If it's a disorder, I've probably been diagnosed with it. Therapy sessions twice a week for the past 5 years or so. Mother asked me to start them, as well as 1 milligram of Klonopin every day, 0.5 milligrams in the morning, and the same at night. I just never gave up the therapy, and the drugs were fun at first, routine as it became. We talked about a great deal of many things in these meetings. Feelings. Feelings were the worst part. I don't seem to have many of those, and the ones I do aren't the best. Anger, pent-up aggression, bottled-up emotions. They're all afraid I'll snap someday, and the results won't be good. They're right, of course. I get feelings sometimes. Like last Wednesday, I'm standing on the subway platform, the woman on her phone in front of me. She's talking so loudly, as if everybody on the platform cares how lunch with Jonathan went. I want her to be quiet. Just shut up. Please, for the love of God, stop talking. I can't listen to the rambling any longer. She just keeps talking though, loud and obnoxious about how great the potato salad was and the offer Johnny made about the business. This is a little bit of how her conversation went. Well, of course I call him Johnny. It's his nickname, and we're friends as far as I can tell. He's just trying to help out. It's not going to ruin the business, Miranda. Oh, I wish you wouldn't be so overbearing. You only own 1/4 of the business. Not to mention, we're barely making a profit here. Just shut up. For fuck's sake. Shut up. Shut up. I repeat the words in my head, stepping closer to the jabbering woman. Accusations and mergers and the like. The conversation skews from topic and back again. I don't want to listen. I'm tired. Shut up, you dumb bitch. Just shut up. 2 more steps, and I'm right behind her, standing quietly. I reach my hand out. There's no hesitation to be found. I inch forward. This strange sense of need. I need to hurt this woman. I need her to be quiet. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. A small push, and I would have been a murderer. The train came rolling in seconds before my fate was sealed. A shame, really. What a rush it would have been to hear her shriek as she fell, knees scuffing in the dirt. A scream as the train came rolling in, horns blowing, people gasping and whispering in hushed voices. The audible crunch her bones would have made, the metallic scent of fresh blood pouring from her mangled corpse. I could nearly smell a hint of blood as she stepped away into the train car. I'd lost my chance. There would be more, though. We didn't talk about this in therapy. He asked, of course, prying questions. Just trying to get a feel for how well you're adjusting to the new medication, he'd say often. I wasn't adjusting at all. It was making things worse, if anything. But if you took enough, you'd feel real good for a while. I didn't do that often, though, just on rare occasions. I took the normal amount daily, most of the time. Dizziness, drowsiness, sleep disturbances, memory loss, blurred vision. The list of side effects went on and on. Too many words to read. I skimmed through them when I first started the treatment, not really focusing on them. I just wanted to feel better. I'm not feeling much better now, though. I'm not sure how I got here again. It's late. His office shouldn't be open. God, it smells like rot in here. Something stomach-turning. So disgusting, I can nearly taste it. His light is on. His office door is open. We need to talk. I need to talk about this with my therapist. These feelings are getting worse, and I'm confused. Medication was supposed to make things better, not worse. I could feel my head pounding, and the lights starting to blur. I wasn't feeling well as I stepped into his office. My therapist was there in his office, sitting at his desk, watching the woman on top of it. Her body split open in unimaginable ways, blood cascading onto the carpet, a real mess, bones protruding here and there. Her teeth had been plucked from her head and set upon the desk, hair torn from her scalp, laid neatly near her teeth, organs pulled out and shredded about the area, bits and pieces of her everywhere. Her eyes, a beautiful green with gold flecks lay upon, staring into the abyss of an afterlife. My therapist looked up at me, calm and collected. I didn't have many feelings. However, I did at that moment in time feel the most unimaginable sense of fear in my entire life. He smiled softly at me, stood from the desk, and walked closer. I felt his hands before I saw them, grabbing me, forcing me to the ground. I felt a shearing pain crawl into my temple and nestled there. My head had hit the desk. I awoke 2 days later in the hospital, my hands cuffed to the bed. I gripped the sheets and cried out, confused and scared. A police officer came in alongside my therapist. He took a seat next to the bed, while the officer continued to stand. He began his explanation. The story he told was that he had come to get a file he'd left earlier at the office, rode the elevator to the second floor. He walked down the halls to his office and found me, alone, in his office with the corpse of the woman. I couldn't help but interrupt. He was wrong, and I knew what happened. I told the officer he needed to arrest this man for murder. They weren't listening. My therapist asked me if I'd been taking my pills lately. Yes, of course I had. I had. Klonopin is a very strong drug. The side effects can be extremely dangerous if not handled properly, as well as if dosages are not followed properly. Memory loss, blackouts, delusional thinking, dissociation from reality. These are all the things you could have been experiencing at the time. The courts will understand what you've been through. You weren't in your right mind at the time. No. It was you. You killed her. You murdered her in your office. This is a fucking trick. Listen to me. You've lost touch with reality. I'm sorry I couldn't have caught this sooner. But the important thing is, we'll put you in a facility after the trial. They'll be able to monitor you, make sure you're taking your medication, monitor your progress. As bad as it is to say, this may be a good thing for you. You need help. You're still delusional, even hours after the incident. I'll have a nurse give you another dose of your medication to help. And then he left. He walked out of the room. A week later, my injuries have healed. Tomorrow morning, I'll be leaving for my trial. I'm recounting this so that the truth can be told, in hopes that someone will believe me when I say it. I'm not crazy. I know what happened. I know. I'm writing this before they take me from the hospital. I need someone to find this. I need someone to know the truth. I'm not crazy. Please, if you're reading this, my therapist killed that woman. I had no part in this sick game. Find proof. Help me. Please help me. I'm not crazy. Please.